what they say is what they mean. What they say and what they mean. This is kind of fun. Again, wearing the same shirt. All right. One of the things I like to do is talk about what politicians are saying, people say in general in the news, and what they might actually mean. We go into our little subliminal. Let's pretend we're ESP. We're reading the minds of someone now. We're reading the minds of someone. George Bush, when he said, I'm going to look everywhere for those people. I'm going to catch those terrorists. I'm going to catch them good. What did he really mean? Well, for instance, when George Bush said that, he was on the golf range. His next statement right after that was, of course, everybody watch this swing. Or something along those lines. So a lot of times what people say and what they mean are two different things. And the way we can tell that are several different ways. One, we can look at the news. We've talked earlier in the last show about news and how there's news has facts, if you would. They lay out the facts, and through those facts, they let you decide. We report, you decide, as they'd say on, I think CNN says that. And on the other hand, you have opinion. You have opinions. Opinionated pieces, if you would. Those are things, for instance, like, boy, is, Clinton a bad person? Obama is one of the worst presidents we've ever had. I remember watching when Barack Obama had just been sworn in, and on Fox News, the first thing they said is he was already the most corrupt president in American history. And it just blew me away. It's like, dude hasn't even done anything yet. What the hell are you talking about? But there you go. See, that's opinionated. So when we think about those things, that's where it's coming from. Most of the times when I go through what they say and what they mean, what I mean is what they say are words, the facts, the opinions. What they mean is the opinion, where they're coming from. For instance, let's see. Let's get a good for instance. Well, again, like the George Bush, but we can go better. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a good one. He says, for instance, he's huge. He says Mexico is going to build the wall. Now we know Mexico's not going to build the wall. They're not. But he says it like he means it. Oh yeah, they will. Believe me, they will. So sometimes, but what is he thinking really? My guess is what he really means is this. Not only will we build the wall, and Mexico or someone else will certainly pay for it, but my company, Donald Trump Company, will actually build it for a profit. That's what I'm talking about. Hillary Clinton, I'm not going against Wall Street. Wall Street's bad. What does she mean? Well, let's look. Bad Wall Street. And then what's she do? She goes to a fundraiser at Wall Street, collects money from them. So what they say and what they mean sometimes are two different things. For instance, another one for you. Donald Trump again, talking about some of the people he's going against being so weak, so tired, so low energy, this, that, the other. But what happens the minute they endorse him? Oh, he's a great guy. Oh, terrific guy. That Chris Christie, I know he said bad things about me, and I said horrible things about him, but he endorsed me. He's a great guy. He really is. He's a good guy. Ben Carson, terrific guy now. Terrific guy. Ben Carson. These guys are all cracking me up. But basically my point is, in the news, we see politicians sometimes say one thing, but they really mean another. TPP, for instance. We're really against the TPP. Don't like the TPP. But at the same time, those same politicians saying they don't like that are receiving huge contributions from companies that absolutely benefit from it. They want to do trade outside. And we can go into trade a little bit. Personally, me, I'm just about ready to believe in isolationism. The TPP is yet another trade pact, like NAFTA, like all the rest. Basically, they try to even the playing field, but it's almost impossible to even the playing field with other nations when other nations' workers are making 10 cents a day. How can you compare a $13 or $14 non-union factory worker position here compared to like 10 cents a day elsewhere? You can never do it. So like on free trade, for instance, my opinion, close the border, so to speak. Not to people, but to trade. Back in the day, say before World War II, our manufacturing, United States manufacturing was at a high. And when the war rolled around, we were able to make a Singer factory build airplanes. We were able to make other companies build bullets, ammunition, armor. You can't do that if you don't have a manufacturing background or base. Imagine if today we got in a big war and we had to build things. Well, first of all, we know most of our things for our military are built overseas. We sub it out. Even our F-35s are built in Turkey and other places. It's amazing. So what happens if you go to war with those people? Or if there's a blockade put in front of them and they can't get the goods to us? How do you build bullets and guns and armor and all the rest if you don't have manufacturing? So let's say, for instance, just play Kenny's world here. Let's say, for instance, we shut down the border, so to speak. Suddenly a TV, only one company I believe makes TVs in America now, suddenly a TV costs, $1,000 where it used to only cost $600 for the same size TV. People aren't going to be able to afford to pay them, they say. My God. No, but on the other hand, if they're being built in the United States, and we have certain minimum wage requirements in the United States, then doesn't it also play true that the people would make more money, therefore being able to buy the product? See, if you're in a closed, I think anyway, this isn't fact, this is opinion. If you're in a closed economic system, i.e. the country, you're using one currency, let's say the dollar. You're buying goods made in America. The people buying them are Americans. Then everything's relative. Like the theory of relativity. Everything's relative. Things cost more, but people make more. It's all relative. They all go up or down together. People will make more money. We'll become more self-sufficient. It's not like we don't have ideas. The United States is the one who created most of the greatest products in the world, I think. I mean, the computer. Wow. TV. Okay. Radio. You name it. It seems like we created most everything. Cars, etc. So we have the ability to create things. We've proven it. We have the ability to build things. We've proven it. The only thing we haven't been able to prove is that we're able to build things, create things, and build things, and then sell them to third world countries who can't afford them, or who steal the patents and then make it themselves on pennies on the dollar, and then undersell us elsewhere. Let other countries sell to China. I don't give a fart, honestly. I would rather have a strong America than a couple few strong Americans on top, everyone else on the bottom starving to death, but hey, they made sales and China gets their new Apple phones. Forget that. Let them have their own crap. Military-wise, etc. Let them have their own. I do believe in isolationism to a point. I don't think we have to sell an iPhone in China. And if we do, fine. You know what? It costs $1,400 made in America. Guess what? That's how much the phone costs, China. If you don't like it, buy Samsung. I don't know. They're already doing that anyway. And personally, I don't really want Chinese goods too much. It cracks me up. Look at this now. We have products coming in, like the drywall from China came in. The wallboard, if you would, the drywall that you put on walls. Well, for a while, China was making the gypsum a lot cheaper. I'm a home inspector also. So they're making gypsum for a lot cheaper. Great. So we bought it. We brought it in. The problem is, I think it was formaldehyde was the problem. They had a poisonous noxious gas coming out of it. But it costs less. So they kept on buying it and kept on using it. China says, tough luck. And we keep on using it. Sue them. So I'd like to see things made in America. I'd like to see things bought in America. I'd like to see Americans make more money, become better people, become what we were before. My dad was in the, like I said, in the aerospace industry. Made a heck of an income. Did pretty well. Not great, but pretty well. Had his job most all his life. Can't have that anymore. Not in a global economy. Again, the reason why I'm talking to you now is because I don't have a $1,000,000 job. Just don't have it anymore. I'm a home inspector now. That's what I do. We're not making money unless we're at the very top. That's my point. I'd like to see more people sharing the money. It is my opinion, even though I don't believe in taking from people to give to others, and I know that irritates the fungal out of people when they sit there and say, oh, you just want to take from one and give to the other. It's not that so much. But tell me this. A guy that makes Rush Limbaugh. Let's use Rush Winbag. Rush Limbaugh. He makes he did make $30 million or so a year, it was reported, to do his radio show. And of course, the Heritage Foundation actually provided much of that money, and with that scripts as well, what they wanted. He was basically Rush Limbaugh, and those guys, you have to realize they're a paid infomercial. Okay? Let's just say that. They're a paid infomercial. But let's say $30 million a year, that's a hell of a lot of money. Now imagine if he made, say, $10 million a year, and that other $20 million was spread out to other people. Say he made $5 million a year. How little money could you live off of and survive? You have to say it. It does come to that a little bit. You have to kind of ask yourself why so many people have so much and so few people have so much and so many people have so little. The middle class has completely disappeared. It's just about gone. It's an endangered species. We've gone back to the days, before Roosevelt broke everything, or FDR broke everything up. Broke everything up. We're back to those days again. We're back to the robber barons. We're back to the magnates, if you would. We're reducing labor. If you notice, you no longer have as many rights. Sorry, sorry, you don't have unions anymore. Sorry, those big bad things that got people money and gave them good livings and got people educated and all that, paid money for college and things. Sorry, we don't have that anymore. It costs too much. And that's how I feel about it. My question is, how do you feel? Let me know. Respond to this. Let me know what you think. And we'll do another show on how it goes from there. See how it goes from there. Thank you.